Hello, welcome to Fourth Dimension. Reading for the sign of Scorpio. If you found me, there is probably a message here for you of some form, and I'm going to videotape right through all the noise, dogs barking, doorbells ringing. This is going to do it. Perseverance. The deck is adventure. You are going, it feels very like resilience. You're going through a change. Anger management. Defense mechanism. Overthinking. Very 80 of swords versus the 8 of swords. And I just got a hit on that. So this might be a new opportunity for you to practice patience, it feels like, as well as holding your tongue. Something about Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Love. Physical pain. Happiness. You want your overall happiness, and I feel it's very 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. This separation that you've recently gone through is creating physical pain for you. Probably increased blood pressure, headaches, migraines, that sort of thing. This is a soulmate, and you're trying to persevere through whatever you're going through. I also get kind of a hit that you might be releasing other toxic things in your life. That also might be something that you're alchemizing improvement over. Tell me more. Is there any more? Give me a number. If you're into numbers, angel numbers, synchronicities for Scorpio. 1111. You might be dealing with a Cancer. That was their number. Communication. $15.15, seek balance. So this is a very much 11:11 is communication, and 1:11 is new beginnings. So you might be seeking balance in a new beginning. It feels very much the world is behind you, and you're trying to have a wheel of fortune to come in and have a fool. That's what this feels like. Whether it's with this person or beyond, it's just recovery, right? You're trying to bypass, I feel, all the pain and trying to move forward. You're persevering through this departure, whatever this is, whatever this breakup is. I don't know, I'm not you. So tell me, Spirit, Holy Spirit, you're looking at the Hangman, King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Tell me about Scorpio. 8 of Wands, working hard. I feel like maybe working on something, a project or something. I have 2 cards hiding in here, and that would be the Page of Cups to the King of Swords. You might be dealing with somebody that doesn't balance emotions well, or you are maybe holding back. Somebody's holding back. With the King of Swords, it's thinking, overthinking. The chakras are not aligned. Somebody is head over heart decisions about this Page of Cups. So pages of communication, and it fell on to communication. So somebody may call you this week wanting to have balance, and you're like, this says F you. But they might tell you that they're in physical pain at the loss of you, that they can't like survive without you. You see this person, I feel, as a King of Wands. Like they're about ready to take action. They're going to make some moves. But I feel like you want an Emperor. Talking about Scorpio. Or it could be your energy. You're moving into the Emperor mode. Got the 4 of Swords, and it's in the reverse. Self-work, introspective work. 6 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This person maybe didn't give you the clout, the whatever, the title. That's what it feels like. But this is going within, because it feels very much like persevering too. If you are in recovery, you might be new to recovery. This is an overthinker, and I'm just a handful of folks that just found me. I speak a lot of recovery in my readings, but this is, I think 1 out of 2 people deal with addiction. Telling you, so we all have opportunities to improve. This is for somebody who's going within. It is rest and relaxation, but this is finding no rest, no relaxation, overthinking and persevering through this. Overthinking and persevering. But it's on self. Like maybe you're really hard on yourself as well. The Devil. Shadow work. That's what this means, shadow work. And again, I just did a post. I watched the Cancer reading. When I get the Devil, it's very much 2 ticks, no dog situation. So you might have put a lot of love, a lot of time, a lot of energy into this relationship, and you expect the same out of it. And it could be anything. Like when I woke up from like the last day I drank, let me just talk for a minute. I sat and I was calculating. It was a Saturday morning. I was still nursing my hangover from the night before. And I was thinking I have to go to the liquor store because I didn't have enough to get me through the day. 10 a.m. on the Saturday. True story. And I remember thinking, how much am I spending? And it calculated up to about $400 a week at the liquor store. And I was like, And at the same time, I had other challenging thoughts go through my head about other outs I could do because my life wasn't worth the paper it was written on. This is, a while ago, but I feel like this is somebody's looking back at all the toxicity in their life, spending habits, how they show up in relationships, if they're seeing their past different. They're overthinking about this too. If this is you're overthinking. Maybe you moved on, you don't care, you do whatever. Somebody is attached to you, holding on, overthinking this, maybe suffering from addiction, very angry and defensive, right, about the loss or perceived loss of your boundaries, of you moving forward. And they're challenged with picking up that phone and calling you because they're still a little head over heart. They're still overthinking this thing. They haven't gotten in touch with the King of Cups yet. They're strategizing. They're trying to come up with a plan. Tell me more. They want to recycle this relationship you might have ended, or they did. You are wish fulfillment. They want to have a brand new cycle with you, and they're going to put in the effort. That's what they're saying. They're going to work really, really hard on putting in the effort to change. And I feel like I am speaking to somebody because they see you as happiness. They see you happy, 9 of Cups, and they want some of this happiness. They want to share in this. Scorpio, please, what is about this reading? This is also somebody who's really finding it challenging to let you go. 6 of Cups, lots of great memories. That's what they're like, looking at your photos, listening to songs. You might have worked with this person, but I feel like they're trying to combine efforts, teamwork. Tell me about the 3 of Cups, or the 3 of Pentacles. They want to work with you. Might be somebody you're working with. Ace of Cups. Healing, Star card. So somebody wants to heal. I feel like this person, maybe you connected with somebody, you left this person or whatever, got together with somebody at work, or you're moving forward in your own financial, you're putting your focus on your own money, your own time, you're pouring into yourself, right? And I feel like this person is a little bit pissed off and jealous that you're doing this. And I feel like this person also misses your energy. There you go. You might have come into a space, or you're acting as if you are like mind on the bag, man. That's what you're worried about and focused on. Not love, not relationships, male or female. This is putting this person in the hermit mode with the 2 of Wands, making major life decisions, which is good. Or this is all your energy. Take it as it resonates. It doesn't matter. I just work here. I mean, I'm going to give you the message regardless of who's it for, or feelings or all that. There's that King of Cups. I was wondering when he's going to show up. You might be dealing with 2 different energies, but I kind of get the person that was reminiscent about you, was in a defensive mode. And because you put some boundaries around it, now they want to come back and talk to you because they're finding emotional balance. I feel regardless of who you are in this relationship, male or female, this person's trying to step into a masculine, feminine role, like balancing head and heart, chakras lining up, finding their voice and communicating to take them into a better place with you. This is communication. This is healing past hurts, swords, overthinking, and trying to balance this out. If you two are separated, this person's trying to find peace in the situation. A lot of 6s here. Very spiritual. Reaching in to reach out. I got the Moon to Judgment, to the King of Swords, or the Queen of Swords again, to the Queen of Wands. They see you, if you're dealing with one person, they, for several of you, they're not. They're leaving one to come and explore another. They're leaving the ex-bitchy, you know what I'm saying, to come and see you. But this is somebody, these 2 people right here kind of gives me a very scary vibe because I need to control you and I do my own thing and I'm independent. And if this is a man, it doesn't matter. It feels very much like you might be dealing with a bitchy bomb or somebody who's trying to control the scenario, the situation, but they want what they want. They want to come in and work alongside of you. If this is your energy, you put up some boundaries around this person and you're moving in your own direction, independent. That's what this card means, independent of anybody, for your passionate new beginning. I also feel this person, if they put you in a 2-party, 3rd-party situation, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Aries, Sag, Leo energy. They got to walk away from one. This is, and again, it's a collective reading, but it feels like leaving you behind, or you leaving them behind by putting your boundary up and go living your best life, has put them in this very self-defensive mode. Take it as it resonates. But I do feel like you choosing self and speaking your truth, your authentic truth of what you need from this person, has given you power to get out of your own way, I suppose, and move into your best life. I feel like if this person did not give you your flowers, your cred, your title, I keep hearing title, then I feel like, especially if this is a long-standing relationship, you do make them happy, but somehow they're not healed from a past title. Like, this person might have been married and it was the worst choice ever, and they still haven't healed over that. And then you've been in this relationship with them 7, 8 years, 10 years, and you're looking for the next level. This person's like, I never signed up for marriage. Again, it's a decade ago when you two connected, but they see you still as the sexy empress, as still somebody moving forward. If not, this isn't, maybe isn't your reading, but this is somebody who I feel is torn because they have to give up something to find happiness. They want to bring in communication. They want to compromise. Keep hearing compromise. They see it from your side of the view. They're working on their own intuition. This is also traditional thinking, linear thinking in a great way, this way. And they want to come in and have a new idea and find a solution somehow. Strength card. To the 8 of Swords, to the 9 of Swords. That's good. We're getting closer to the 10, to the 7 of Cups, to the 9 of Wands, to the Ace of Pentacles. This person has a ton of anxiety about a new beginning, ton of fear. I feel like they still, maybe just last year, got out of a financial debt of the past relationship, and that's what they remember. It's a little vinegar on the tongue kind of vibe. Scorpio. Yeah. Fear of walking. This is an avoidant. You're dealing with somebody who's very anxious about coming in for their son. They want the son. They want their happiness. And they feel like they may have, they say they want it too, right? But when it's like walking into the jewelry store, they're like, oh, I got to go get something from my car. And then out the parking lot, they run. That's what this feels like. So you might have to get some clearer boundaries around what commitment looks like, whether, if it's an open relationship, and I'm sorry, I'm just reading as it comes through. If you were in an open relationship or just dating, and you're getting to a place of, okay, can we put some boundaries around this? Or you were in a committed relationship and you're moving into the space of marriage because it's been a while and you want to know, am I wasting my time? Am I investing? That's what this feels like, is you're shifting from something that's superficial to substantial. If you put a boundary down and said, that's it, I'm not playing in this pool anymore, I'm out, I'm not playing in the kiddie pool, I'm going to the adult pool over here, adult swim, that's justice. Because I feel like this is now equalizing out karma, law and effect, right? Is equalization of the energies that you poured into this person. It's kind of like payday, but it's not without an ego death that's happening over here. And fear and introspective work. 2 of Cups, to the King of Wands, taking action, strategizing. He's probably looking online, you know, like maybe a joint house or moving closer. This is somebody taking the action, if this is a love reading. But if this is just your reading, I think you're going to have some communication with some people this week that is going to be challenging. That Queen of Wands to the Queen of Swords is you speaking your truth, holding your boundaries up, and moving forward passionately in your own endeavors without much fear of whatever's happening. You're still healing from multiple things. You've walked away from things in the past that didn't serve you. And this is uncovering fears, uncovering maybe secrets or lies, but at the end of the day, you're alchemizing it into a brand new beginning because that was your overall energy. Boom. Oh, what else fell out? Change. Again, might be dealing with a Cancer or a Leo, but this is embrace change. It's coming. Justice to the 8 of Wands, and it's coming in fast. So you might get communication this week fast. The changes are afoot. So that is your reading. Let's see what per Cancer. I keep getting, like, maybe you're dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio. If you're dealing, let's start. If you're dealing with a Cancer, truth coming in. Same card. 10 of Cups. The Moon. This person has a lot of fear about coming and telling you the truth and getting real with you. This person isn't avoidant. This person wants to explore a new beginning. Ace of Swords. Is it Swords? Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. See you as sexy. See you like they have passion for you. They want to come forward and have a new beginning with you. All right. And it's a Nine of Cups. They see you as super independent and happy without them, but they want to have, like I said in the reading, they want to join you on your journey. All right. Let's just start at Cancer and go down. If you're dealing with Leo, Scorpio is dealing with Leo. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, a High Priestess. Ooh, you're actually, I think you're going to have to use your intuition a little bit and go within. But this is somebody who's willing to put in the work from this. They were sitting on the fence, not making a decision. Maybe they're also lacking funds and now they're working harder, right? But you're going to see this manifest into something greater. If this is just energy into a relationship, they are maybe historically have put in the Two of Pentacles and now showing up with 8. So they're at least working towards the 10. So this is moving in a progression. And I think they are leaving something behind. Okay, so if you're dealing with a Virgo, if you're dealing with a Virgo, Ace of Swords, Judgment, Six of Wands. You might be actually a business partner or somebody creative. It feels very much like using your intuition, going within, making some sound judgment based on a new idea, new concept. You might be a partner at work, but you guys are going to be victorious and they are trying to manifest success out of this relationship or whatever this partnership is. If you're dealing with a Libra, leaving them in their head, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, to the Five of Cups. You left this Libra out in the dirt. Oh my gosh. They saw you as moving forward, and this is putting them in a high level of fear, anxiety. This also feels like leaving abandonment. This feels like you abandoned this poor person, and they're up in their head about this. If you're dealing with a Scorpio and a fellow Scorpio, Ten of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the upright to the Emperor. So there wasn't love there. This was a wish not fulfilled. They want to come back and act now as an emperor. They want to get their groove back. You might know somebody named Stella. I don't know. It feels like Stella's getting her groove back. So if you're dealing with a Sag, Scorpio and Sag, the Lovers, the Justice, and the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody is looking back and maybe want to come and have a reconciliation, a partnership, get back together, get the band back together, which is justice, because I think that you left this situation angry. I feel like you left it hurt and disappointed. Maybe not angry, but definitely frustrated and disappointed. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, somebody's coming out of their, they might have lost some things. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles to the Nine of Wands to the Three of Cups, they might have divorced recently, gotten out of a commitment, left a job, wanting to visit, celebrate, reunite. They're dropping their burdens, their extra baggage at the door, at their own house, and not carrying it with you to them. And they want to come in and explore this conversation. If you're dealing with a, I think that was Capricorn, wasn't it? So I'm going to say, I think that was, let's say this is Capricorn. If I did it twice, I'm sorry. Ten of Swords to the Temperance to the King of Cups. Somebody has dropping their fear, their anxiety, their worries. So this person may have experienced a recent loss, right? But it's also leaving everything behind, finding balance and coming in with all their cups, emotionally balanced. So this might have been an imbalanced anger, like volatile, impulsive. This person's finding like their balance in this situation. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. Lord help me. Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune to the Seven of Cups. So this person fantasizes about you. Holy buckets. You are wish fulfillment. You are their everything, and they're trying to make this a reality. They expect a phone call at least, or some kind of text. I don't see any action, but they are really strategizing about coming forward to you. If you're dealing with another Pisces, or a Pisces, you got a Three of Swords, Nine of Wands to the Seven of Wands. Somebody is, I feel, they're still healing after heartbreak. They want to passionately rush in, but this is their challenge, is I don't think they want to repeat, and they might still be dealing with somebody from the past. like leftovers. Aries, if you're dealing with an Aries, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords in the reverse, to the Four of Cups, also in the reverse. Somebody's doing introspective work, have made a bad decision as a forefront. They rushed into something again, but now they're kind of focused on work, or they were dealing with a King of Pentacles. I think that's who you might be dealing with. King of Pentacles is somebody who's got a lot of money, but money on the mind, focused on work. Might be a business person, owner, CEO level, that sort of thing. They made a bad decision and they're doing a lot of introspective work right now. Dealing with the Taurus, Seven of Swords, to the Four of Wands in the reverse, to the Queen of Cups. They didn't recognize that they had messed with a starseed. Sorry, so just keeping it real. Scorpio, I feel like this person broke their own foundation, and now karma's kind of hitting in their own foundation. So if they went off and built with somebody else, they're experiencing some imbalance in that relationship. But this is introspective again. There's no celebration where they went. Whatever they did to you in the past, they're now experiencing on their own timeline, and they see you as a Queen of Cups, and this is very innocent, nurturing, kind healer. I mean, just very intuitive, and I feel like you're holding the mirror up. See that mirror? You're holding the mirror up. So you might have been somebody who helped this person through a really tough challenge, and now they're experiencing some of that karma back. Okay, if you're dealing with a Taurus, did I just do Taurus? I'm sorry, I'm all over the map today. I have the Three of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Hermit. Tell me about the Devil. If you're dealing with a Taurus, somebody has some shadow work to do. They might have always put you in third parties, or their three's a crowd where they put other people. It's a very superficial feeling that I'm getting, but they might be in a space of healing, right? And they want to come forward. They want to rebirth their new relationship, and they're reading about whatever they need to. They're learning about their shadow self, and they're sitting in Hermit. There's not a lot of action, but there's a lot going on underneath the surface. Dealing with a Gemini, King of Wands, Strength, and the Magician. Woo! Wow. Okay, so if you're dealing with a Gemini or heavy placements in Gemini, kind of heard that in my head, somebody's going to come forward, try to take action. Takes all the strength. They find you fiery, sexy, a twin. Feels very much like an alchemist, which is what they're trying to do, and they're trying to get strength. What do they need strength about? Picking up the phone and calling you to repair with the Two of Cups. That's what's going on with the Gemini. I just want to show you the cards. To have a lovely, flirtatious, lightweight conversation, little flirtatious. They miss your energy. They miss your laughter. That's what I picked up. And I think I got through all the signs. If they would be able to pick up the phone and call you, what would they say? Dealing with the Scorpio. What would they say? I couldn't give to you like I wanted because I'm still healing from my past. I said that in the reading. I ghosted you because it was getting too intense. I don't let people, there we go, in my life easily because I have trust issues. So you might have escalated this relationship, like I said, to a place where I don't think they were ready, in karmic partner interference. And several of you had a third party, like I felt on that Three of Pentacles. Anything else? And it could be a family member, it could be a friend that also paid you a little too much attention. That's another vibe I got. It's just insecurity, that's all. People are dealing with their own stuff. I pretend like I don't care, but it's quite the opposite. My feelings for you are a little bit obsessive. That's the vibe I got as they were watching you. I have abandonment issues. I grew up in a single parent household, had a rough childhood. I didn't know if my family was going to accept you. So you might be a little witchy. That was the vibe I got. You might be a little intuitive. Hello. Nice to meet you, friend to friend. And I feel like, Scorpio, you are a water sign, so you're highly intuitive. You can read a room the second your big toes hit it. And I feel like whatever you poured into this relationship, you survived. You didn't get your wishes fulfilled. You're healing over it. There's justice that's happening. But the most important thing is change and communication is what you can expect this week. You might have a very abundant week, but it requires you to release the resentment, all of it, and go and do the introspective work, because even though something failed, it takes two to have a relationship. So maybe like, where was I at fault? That sort of thing. Where am I focused on? This was a it was a great reading. It's about reconciliation and communication. I love this. Please let me know what you think on the bottom of the comments. Love to have your support with a like and a hype. And if you can, check out the description box, because if you want to learn tarot, it's 20 bucks a month, $5 a week to get a full reading by about 15 people. It's pretty cool. Check us out. And if you would like a personal reading, just you and I, mano a mano, feel free to click on that link and find a time that works in our calendars, and we'll connect. Until next time, love and light. Take care.